So this video is launching the New Year, New You series, where through the whole month of January, we are going to be taking a look at new ideas for style, makeup, looks, diets. We're going to be going into every single part that it takes to recreate a new you. Maybe even going deeper than just the surface. So to start that off, I decided to do this edgier look. I know that a lot of people mention that their fear of darker colors kind of holds them back from trying the blacks, the grays, the deep browns, but they don't all have to be overly dramatic or way too much. Today we're going to be discussing this look that I thought is incredible for daytime, nighttime. You can even add a little bit more to it to make it even more dramatic if possible. But I think you're gonna like it. I definitely did. So if you want to learn how I did this look, please keep watching. And please subscribe, like my page on Facebook, leave comments below for things you'd like for me to discuss during January. This is a time for you to become who you wanted to become, and I'd love to help you do it. To start off our look, we're going to use the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And following it up as a second base, we're using this Jordana pencil in the color Almond. This is going to help us get the pixels from those lighter colors that tend not to show up as good. And so we're going to blend that in all the way from the tear duct to the outer corner of the lid. And you want to focus the color on the lid just because the primer base is going to be more than enough for our darker colors. Once we have that worked in, we're going to take this color here, which is also an almond color from my e.l.f. collection, and we're going to apply that strictly to the lid of the eye. We want to focus our attention with the lighter colors to the lid because we're going to go up and move darker on the inner and outer crease. For our inner crease, we're going to use this matte black color, and we're going to apply that with an angled eyeshadow brush. You want to hold the brush with the point facing out. That way it's really easy to get into that inner crease, and the application of the color goes exactly where you want it and not all over your eyelid. I know it's black eyeshadow, but don't be afraid. Again, you know, a little goes a long way, so you can start off by using a little bit and filling in to get the depths or the darkness that you want, but don't be afraid of the black eyeshadow. Using an eyeshadow brush, we are going to take this copper bronze color, just to add some glitter, because both of our colors that we've used before are more matte colors, and we are going to apply it to the outer crease of our eyelid. Windshield wiper motions all the way from the outer corner into the inner corner of the eye. And with a blending brush, and I dabbed it into the black a little, I'm going to go back in and blend any rough lines out. Although it is an edgier look, I still want it to be blended. So moving on to our brow highlighter, we're going to highlight the brow with a white eyeshadow, and we're just going to blend that into the brow bone. With a pencil brush, we're going to take the black color and we're going to put it on the lower lid, and we're going to connect that into the black that's on our upper lid. Using a gel liner, I'm going to line the eyes. Now I went for a winged look. just to add a little bit more flair to the look, but you don't have to wing this look at all. It's already got that winged eyeshadow, and it's really dramatic already. So I mean, it's completely up to you. I just went for it. Like always, I start my liner in the middle of my lid and I work it out. And then I go back and do the rest of the eye in the inner corner. I find that pulling on my lid a little helps just to get the line nice and straight. Not only that, but to get it filled in the whole way, because so many times I found that I look in the mirror after I'm getting ready and I didn't get the black enough, or I missed the spot where it didn't go through the whole way, and it's just annoying. So it's my safe proof or foolproof way of applying the eyeliner. I have already applied my false lashes, and so to get the lower lashes to look as deep and as full as the top ones, I'm gonna apply on some heavy mascara. I am using the Maybelline Colossal Express mascara now, and I'm just gonna pack that onto my lower lashes. I also have a clean brush that I use to run through so that they don't look too chunky. Once we've got the mascara on the lower and the top lashes to seal the false and the real ones in, we're going to apply some black liner to your lower lid. Okay, again, so I'm going to walk you through this part because it's really my favorite part, but I know it's one of the most complicated parts when it comes to finishing off your makeup. The eyes are kind of self-explanatory, and once you get into the habit of doing them, it's going to come natural. I think the most important part of doing your eyes is just understanding your eye shape, first of all. To get used to doing your eyes, and that part is really comes later on. But now let's focus on the foundation. So again, you've seen me apply it on the outer part of my face, and this is strictly for when you're the concealer. I am taking my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I am going to apply that right underneath the eyes in a triangle shape. I'm going to do a little bit on the forehead, down the middle of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. Using that very same brush that we used to apply the foundation, we are going to dab it underneath the eyes. Work that in, keeping it above your apples. Same thing, dabbing it in on the other side and working it in. Use a sponge and just finish anything off. Working it in, because although we're going to use our illuminating powder to set everything in, I really don't like it to cake up. I am going to apply it to the temples. We're going to do pretty thick lines because we're going to work that in, so have no fear. Again, thick line underneath the cheeks. We're going to work it in. We're not going to over blend, because we do want a little bit of a darker complexion. We want it to be apparent. So like I've said before, we're going to work in circular motions. You see the difference from here to here, and it's going to come down from your temple right at the arch. I've already messed up my eyebrow. That's alright. And so we're going to work that all the way across the hairlines down here, so it's going to connect right into this cheekbone. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. All of it doesn't kind of come out and look the way it's supposed to until the end, so don't freak out. And don't underestimate what's left over in this brush, guys, because sometimes you don't realize that there's so much left over on here that you can still use before you keep adding foundation, before you keep adding concealer on. And so we are going to work now this one in. If you don't know where your cheekbone naturally falls, where the hollows of it do, this is my mom, like going back years. She always told me to do a fishy face and just follow the natural line. So don't mind my fishy face. Going back to that foundation concealer brush, just using what's been left over. I like to clean up under here sometimes. I have this Estee Lauder collection packet, and because we've stayed so neutral, we've used the dark bronzer, we've used the black and the bronze color on the eyelids. We are going to take this nice peachy pink color here, and we're going to dab them here, and we're going to dab it some with this very hot pink blush just to get some color going, okay? We're going to dab. Shake off anything loose, and then we're going to do the fishy face again just to keep the blush on the apples, okay? Because we did concealer here, guys, we want to make sure that when we do our application, your brush is pointing up and not pointing down, because what happens is it's going to stay closer to the bronzer than it is to the concealer. That way we don't get our blush too high up. Part of contouring and highlighting is that you emphasize those beautiful cheekbones, your temples, that nice structure that you have on your face, and so a huge part of that is putting the right things in the right places, okay? So we're going to shake anything off so we have more control of the application, and fishy face time. Secondary blush brush, and apply some loose powder. And again, shaking off any excess. And apply it underneath the eyes. Work that into the concealer. Blend everything, set everything in. And do the same thing to the other side. Work that into the concealer. Blend everything in. And with anything that's left over, put some on our T-zone. We live in Florida, guys. It gets hot and humid, and your foundation likes to get nice and oily or run up or cake up on you. Setting your foundation is huge. Okay? And that's pretty much it.